Hi friends, in the sequence of learning fifth revision mode, now we will learn section 300 earthwork, erosion control and drainages. 300 is divided into many chapters. 301 excavation for roadway and drains, 302 blasting operations, 303 pre-splitting rocks excavation slopes, 304 excavation for structures, 305 embankment construction, 306 soil erosion and sedimentation control, 307 turfing with sods, 308 seeding and mulching, 309 surface subsurface drains, 310 reparation and surface treatment of foundation, 311 works to be kept free of water, 312 water course at culverts, 313 rock fill embankment, 314 ground improvement for weak embankment foundation using geosynthetic drains and stone columns, 301 excavation for roadway and drains, 301.1 scope. These work shall consist of excavation, removal and disposal of materials necessary for the construction of roadways, side drains and waterways in accordance with requirements of the specification and the lines, grades and cross sections shown in the drawing or as indicated by the engineer. It shall include the hauling and stocking of hauling to sites of embankment and subgrade construction suitable cut material as required, as also the disposal of unsuitable cut material in a specified manner with all leads and lefts, reuse of cut materials as may be deemed fit, trimming and finishing of the road to a specified dimension or as directed by the engineer. Classification of excavated material. Classification. All materials involved in excavation shall be classified by the engineer in the following manner. Soil. This shall comprise topsoil, top, sand, silt, loam, clay, mud, peat, black cotton soil, soft, shale or loose, moram, a mixture of these and similar material which yield to the ordinary application of pick, spade and or shovel, rake or other ordinary digging equipments, removal of gravel or any other modular materials having dimension in any one direction not exceeding 75 mm shall be deemed to be covered under this category. Ordinary rock not requiring blasting, this shall include Rock types such as laterite, shales, and conglomerates, variety of limestone and sandstone, etc., which may be quarried or split. Quarried or split with crowbar, also including any rock which in dry state may be hard, requiring blasting, but which when wet becomes soft and manageable by means other than blasting. Hard rock requiring blasting. This shall comprise any rock or cement concrete for the excavation of which the use of mechanical plant and or blasting is required. Second, reinforced cement, concrete, below ground level and in bridge, ROB, RUB, flyover, piers and abutments. Boulders requiring blasting. Hard rock using controlled blasting. Hard rock requiring blasting as described under C, but your controlled blasting is to be carried out in location where built up areas, huts and situated at within 200 meters of the blast site. Hard rock blasting prohibited. Hard rock requiring blasting as described under D, but where blasting is prohibited for any reason like people living within 20 meters of blast site, etc., and excavation has to be carried out by chiseling, welding, or any other agreed method. Marshy soil. Marshy soil. This shall include soil like soft clay and pitch, excavated below the original ground level of marshes and swamps and soil excavated from other areas requiring continuous pumping or bailing out of water. Second number, macadam surface such as water bound and bitumen bound, soiling of roads, road, cement, concrete pavements, cobble, stone, etc., compacted modern or stabilized soil requiring use of pickaxe or shovel or both. Third number, lime concrete, stone masonry, and brickwork in lime cement mortar below ground level. Reinforced cement concrete, which may be broken up with crowbar or pick, and stone masonry in cement mortar below ground level. Boulders which do not require blasting, found laying loose on the surface or embedded in riverbed, soil tails, slope, wash and terrace material of dissimilar origin. 301.2.2 Authority for classification. The classification of excavation shall be decided by the engineer and his decision shall be final and binding on the contractor. Merely the use of explosive in excavation will not be considered as a region higher classification unless blasting is clearly necessary in the opinion of the engineer. 301.3 Construction Operation. 301.3.1 Setting out. After the site has been cleared as per clause 201, the limits of excavation shall be set out true to lines, curves, slopes, grades, and sections as shown on the drawing or as directed by the engineer. Clause 109 shall be applicable for the setting out operation. 301.3.2 Stripping and storage topsoil. When so directed by the engineer, the topsoil existing over the site of excavation shall be stripped to a specified depth and stockpiled at designated location for use in covering embankment slopes, cut slopes, bombs, and other disturbed areas where revegetation is desired in accordance with clause 305.3.3. Prior to stripping the topsoil, all trees, shrubs, etc. shall be removed, along with their roots, with approval of the engineer. 301.3.3 Excavation General. All excavations shall be carried out in conformity with the direction laid here in under and in a manner approved by the engineer. The work shall be so done that the suitable materials available from excavation are satisfactorily utilized as deemed fit or as approved by the engineer. While planning or executing excavation, the contractor shall take all the adequate precautions against soil erosion, water pollution, etc. as per clause 306 and take appropriate drainage measures to keep the site free of water in accordance with clause 311. The excavation shall conform to the lines, grades, side slopes, and levels shown on the drawing or as directed by the engineer. The contractor shall not excavate outside the limits of excavation, subject to the permitted tolerances. Any excess depth, width excavated beyond the specified levels, dimension on the drawing shall be made good at the cost of the contractor with suitable material of characteristics similar to that removed and compacted to the requirement of the clause 305. All debris and loose materials on the slopes of cutting shall be removed. No backfilling shall be allowed to obtain required slopes, excepting that when boulders or soft materials are encountered in cut slopes. These shall be excavated to approved depth on instruction of the engineer and the resulting cavities filled with suitable material and thoroughly compacted in an appropriate manner. After excavation, the side of excavated area shall be trimmed and the area controlled to the minimize erosion and ponding, allowing for material drainage to take place. Three not 1.3.4 Method, tools and equipments. Only such method, tools and equipments as approved by the engineer shall be adopted used in the work if so desired by the engineer. The contractor shall demonstrate the efficiency of the type of the equipment to be used before the commencement of work. 301.3.5 Rock excavation. Rock, when encountered in road excavation, shall be removed up to the formation level or as otherwise indicated in the drawing. Where, however, unstable shells or other unsuitable material are encountered at the formation level, these shall be excavated to the extent of 500 mm below the formation level or as otherwise specified. In all cases, the excavation operation shall be so carried out that at no point on cut formation the rock produces above the specified levels. Rock boulders which are likely to cause differential settlement and also local drainage problems shall be removed to the extent of 500 mm below the formation level. In the formation width including side drains where excavation is done to levels lower than those specified, the excess excavation shall be made good as per clause 301.3.3 and 301.6 to the specification of the engineer, to the satisfaction of the engineer. Slopes in rock cutting shall be finished to uniform lines corresponding to slope lines shown on the drawing or adapted by the engineer. Notwithstanding the foregoing, all loose pieces of rock on excavated slope surface which move when pierced by a crossbar shall be removed. Where blasting is to be resorted to, the sum shall be carried out as per clause 302, and all precautions indicated therein observed. Where pre-splitting is prescribed to be done for the establishment of a specified slope in rock excavation, the same shall be carried out as per clause 303. 301.3.6 Marsh excavation. The excavation of soil from marshes, swamps shall be carried out as per the program approved by the engineer. Excavation of marshes shall begin at one end and proceed in one direction across the entire marsh immediately ahead of backfilling with material like boulders, sand, moram, brick, bats, dismantled concrete as approved by the engineer. The method and sequence of excavating and backfilling shall be such as to ensure to the extent practicable the complete removal or displacement of all muck from as stopped by the engineer from within the lateral limit indicated on the drawing or as stopped by the engineer. 301.3.7 Excavation of road, shoulders, verge, median for widening of pavement or providing treated shoulders in the work involving widening of existing pavements or providing paved shoulders. The existing shoulders verge median shall be removed to its full width and up to top of the subgrade. The subgrade material within 500 mm from the bottom of the pavements for the widened portion or paved shoulder shall be loosened and compacted as per clause 305. Any unsuitable material found in this portion shall be removed and replaced with the suitable material. While doing so, care shall be taken to see that no portion of the existing pavement designated for retention is loosened or disturbed. If the existing pavement gets disturbed or loosened, it shall be dismantled and cut to a regular shape with sides vertical and the disturbed loosened portion removed completely and relayed as directed by the engineer at the cost of the contractor. 301.3.8 Excavation for subsurface drains, where the contractor provides for construction of surface drains. The same shall be done as per clause 309. Excavation for these drains shall be carried out in proper sequence with other works as approved by the engineer. Note 1.3.9 Slides. If slips, slides, over breaks or subsidence occur in cutting during the process of construction, they shall be removed at the cost of the contractor as ordered by the engineer. Adequate precautions shall be taken to ensure that during construction the slopes are not rendered unstable or give rise to recurrent slides after construction. If finished slope sides slide into the roadway, subsequently such slides shall be removed and paid for at the contract rate for the class of excavation involved, provided the slides are not due to any negligence on the part of the contract. The classification of the debris material from the slips, slides, etc. shall conform to its condition at the time of removal and payment mode accordingly, regardless of its condition earlier. 301.3.10 Dewatering. If water is met with in the excavation due to springs, seepage, rain or other causes, it shall be removed by suitable diversion, pumping or bailing out, and the excavation kept dry whenever so required or directed by the engineer. Care shall be taken to discharge the drained water into suitable outlets as not to cause damage to the wall, crops, or any other property due to any negligence on the part of the contractor. If any such damage is caused, it shall be the sole responsibility of the contractor to repair, restore to the original condition at his own cost or compensate for the damage. 301.3.11 Use and disposal of excavated material. All the excavated materials shall either be reused with the approval of the engineer or disposed of with all needs and lifts as directed by the engineer. 301.3.12 Backfilling. Backfilling of the masonry, concrete, hume pipe, or drain excavation shall be done with approved material, with all leads and lifts after concrete masonry hume pipe is fully set and carried out in such a way as not to cause undue thrust on any part of the structure and or not to cause differential settlement. All space between the drain walls and the side of the excavation shall be backfilled to the original surface, making due allowance for settlement in layers not exceeding 150 mm compacted thickness to the required density, using suitable compaction equipment such as trench compactor, mechanical temper, rammer, or plate compactor as directed by the engineer. 301.4 Playing and Playing of construction traffic. Construction traffic shall not use the cut formation and finished subgrade without the prior permission of the engineer. Any damage arising out of such use shall be made good by the contractor at his own cost. 301.5 For the preservation of property, the contractor shall undertake all reasonable precautions for the protection and preservation of any or all existing roadside trees, drains, sewer, subsurface drains, pipes, conduit, and any other structures under or above ground which may be affected by construction operation and which, in the opinion of the engineer, shall be continued in use without any change. Safety measures taken by the contractor in this respect shall be got approved from the engineer. However, if any of these objects is damaged by reason of the contractor's negligence, it shall be replaced or restored to the original condition at his cost. If the contractor fails to do so within the required time as directed by the engineer, or if in the opinion of the engineer, the action initiated by the contractor to replace, restore the damaged objects are not satisfactory, the engineer shall arise the replacement restoration directly through any other agency at the risk and cost of the contractor after issuing prior notice to effect. Preparation of cut formation. The cut formation which serves as a subgrade shall be prepared to receive the base course as directed by the engineer, where the material in the subgrade has a density less than specified in table 300-1. The same shall be loosened to a depth of 500 mm and compacted in layers in accordance with the requirements of clause 305, adding fresh material, if any, required to maintain the formation level as shown in the drawing. Any unsuitable material encountered in the subgrade level shall be removed as directed by the engineer, replaced with suitable material and compacted in accordance with clause 305. In rocky formation, the surface irregularities shall be corrected and the level brought up to the specified excavation with granular base material as directed by the engineer, laid and compacted in accordance with the respective specification for the materials. The suitable materials shall be disposed or in accordance with clause 301.3.11. After satisfying the density requirement, the cut formation shall be prepared to receive the base course in accordance with clause 310 and 311. Finishing operations shall include the work of properly shaping and dressing all excavated surfaces. When compacted, no points on the slope shall vary from the designated slope by more than 150 mm measured at right angles to the slope, except where excavation is in rock, ordinary or hard, where no point shall vary more than 300 mm from the designated slope. In no case shall any portion of the slope encroach on the roadway. The finished cut formation shall satisfy the surface tolerance described in clause 902, where directed the topsoil removed and conserved. Clause 301.3.2 and 305.3.3 shall be spread over cut slopes, shoulders, and other disturbed areas. Slopes may be roughened and moistened slightly prior to the application of topsoil in order to provide satisfactory bond. The depth of topsoil shall be sufficient to sustain plant growth, the usual thickness being from 75 mm to 100 mm. 301.8. Measurement for payments. Excavation for roadway shall be measured by taking cross section at suitable intervals before the excavation starts, after clearing and grubbing, stripping etc. as the case may be, and after its completing and computing the volumes in MQ by the method of average and areas for each class of material encountered where it is not feasible to compute volumes by the method because of erratic location of isolated deposit. The volume shall be computed by other accepted methods. All the options of the engineer, the contractor shall leave depth indicator during excavation of such shapes and size and in such position as directed so as to indicate the original ground level as accurately as possible. The contractor shall see that these remain intact till the final measurements are taken. For rock excavation, the overburden shall be removed first so that necessary cross-section would be taken for measurement where cross-sectional measurement could not be taken due to irregular configuration or where the rock is admixed with other classes of material. The volume shall be computed on the basis of measurement of stock of excavated rubber allowing a deduction of 35% therefrom when volume is calculated on the basis of the measurement of a stock of the excavated material other than rock. A deduction of 16% of stocked volume shall be allowed. Work involved in the preparation of cut formation shall be measured in units indicated below. Loosening and recompacting the loosened material at subgrade MQ. Loosening and removal of unsuitable material and replacing with suitable material and compacting to required density MQ. Preparing rocky subgrade square meter stripping including storing and application of topsoil MQ. 301.9 rates. The contract unit rate for the item of roadway and then excavation shall be payment in full for carrying out the operation required for the individual items including full compensation for setting out transporting the excavated material for use or disposal with all lifts and lifts by giving suitable credit towards the cost of reusable materials and salvage value of unusable material. Trimming bottoms and slope of excavation. Dewatering. Keeping the work free of water as per clause 311. Arranging disposal sites and all labor materials, tools, equipment, safety measures, testing and incidentals necessary to complete the work to specification. Where pre-splitting of rock is prescribed, it shall be governed by clause 303.5. 301.9.2. The contract unit rate for loosening and recompacting the material at subgrade shall include full compensation for loosening to the specified depth, including breaking Clothes spreading in layers, watering where necessary and compacting to the requirements. 301.9.3 Clause 301.9.1 and 305.8 shall apply as regards contact unit rate for items of removal of suitable material and replacement with suitable material respectively. 301.9.4 The contact unit rate for items of preparing rock subgrade as per clause 301.6 shall be full compensation for providing laying and compacting granular basis material for correcting surface irregularities, including all materials, labors, and incidental necessary to complete the work, and all leads and lefts. In this way, we complete 301 of section 300. Fourth, fifth reason. Thank you.